Hiya and welcome to the Agora Models Build the ROUTEMASTER, and this is pack 11, and this is the last two stages in pack 11, which are stages 109 and 110, and that's the side panel work that we're going to be working on today. So just give you a quick look at this, and this is different to what we normally do because this is actually pre-recorded this video. So I'm just going to quickly go through here of what we've done. So yeah, don't look at the screen now if you've got any epileptic problems until I get down to further down here. So yeah, the last one we did was the back panel, and then we did the electrics on the back panel, and we put the back panel on, didn't we? So yeah, that was stage 108, was it not? So yeah, and we did all that. Okay, so we're on stage 109, so which is the side panel and the trim strips for the near side. Working on the near side of the model, we continue to fit the outer panels and trim strips. So yeah, as you can tell, there's a lot of them NM screws. There's some cream NM screws. There's some little cream strips. And there's 2, 4, 6 other strips and 2 small red strips there. Okay, so yeah, we've got to put this panel on there, and hopefully by the end of this stage we'll have the panel on the side there, and then we can move on to the next stage. So that should be the finished stage from this one, but stage 110 is the next panel along as well. So what I might not do, I might not put all the screws in. I might leave some of the screws out just to make this video a little bit quicker than it normally would. And that's because this is a Monday night, presently a Monday night. It's 10 to 10, and I want to try and get sorted out for my friend streaming later on this evening, who was also streaming the ROUTEMASTER bus as well. So hopefully we'll get to that stage and we'll get it finished. So I'll just get rid of that, and we'll go back to there, and we'll come out of there, and we'll go and we'll move my cameras. So there's no chat because this is a recorded video. And yeah, I'm sorry about that, but I want to try and get on with this as quickly as possible, and that is because pack 12, I've got pack 12 for both of the buses, and pack 12 will be started at the beginning of December. So we're currently 2 days before December, I think we are. So yeah, pack 12 will be started beginning this December, and I want to try and get that done before Christmas. Christmas is my deadline, and I want this bus all nicely completed. So that'll be the red bus that'll be completed by December. And if everything goes to plan, the blue bus, which is behind me at present, so you can probably see it just behind me here, the blue bus will be finished by the end of March 2023, all being well. So anyway, let's build, let's roll, people. So let me move the cameras, and we'll see what we've got up here. Okay, so this is the camera. Okay, and you can see here that I have got my oil, and I've got my small build cushion, and I've got one of the side panels, and I've got the bus lid on its side actually. So it's on the side on the Partwork Upgrades build mat, which is exactly the same as this build mat here, apart from it's this one's a lot smaller. So if you want one of these, pop along to Partwork Upgrades and you can get one of them personally modified. You see the man's personally modified for me. It's the small build mat, that is, but the bus is actually laid on the big build mat, so on one side. And of course, from nothing sticking up at the sides, so there's nothing that we can break at the minute for having the bus laid on its side. But I thought also that it would be worthwhile doing it on its side, just to make it easier for me, and just to make it easier for you as well, so you could see what was going on. Okay, so I've got my screwdriver. I've got all the screws here, and I will undo the screws because I'm going to need some screws out. And I've got the other pack just at the other side of the table there. and I've got the hachette instructions. And as you know, I use just the hachette instructions just for the purpose that just to keep where I am, basically. So these are the hachette instructions. It says 116 for this stage, but it's actually 109 for this stage in the Agora packs. So these instructions are exactly the same as what you found online at the download center through Agora Models. So you can pick them up through there. So, and whilst you're there, have a look at the other models that they have on offer as well. And at the moment, I do believe they've got this bus, this wonderful ROUTEMASTER bus on offer. So you can buy the whole lot, 12 packs. You can buy the whole lot all at once, and you can have it delivered specially to your door. And if you're quick enough, you might even get it before Christmas as well. Yeah, the whole lot you could get delivered in one foul swoop, so you could build it over Christmas. Wow, what that would be ace, wouldn't it? So right, okay, let's crack on without any further interruptions. And you'll just hear my voice now and again whilst I'm just popping this into place. And I'll just nicely get it placed on the bus. So we've got two, let's have some light on the subject, shall we? Just hopefully my camera won't go haywire too much. So we've got two strips here that we left before, which I did put a bit of tape over. So, and they're carried on from this one here. So we slot this under them. Okay, we slot this under them, going all the way through like that. And you'll see that the panel does fit absolutely perfectly over the holes that's under there, okay, and over the strip, under the strips as well. So, and the strips obviously make that line neater, the yellow stripe neater, and the panels do nicely fit together. So check all the way around to make sure that it fits nicely before you start putting any strips or anything on. And then revert back to your instructions, and I think you'll find that you have to first of all put screws in the strips that are already on. So these two strips here. Okay, so that's what we'll go ahead and do. I'll just get a little bit of oil on a few of these just to make sure that they're going nicely. So, oh, come on, oil. There we are. Okay, so let's get one or two in, and then we can hopefully get underway with this fantastic project. And yeah, hope you're all keeping well, and I hope you're all getting ready for Christmas, etc. So, which is only, well, it's less than a month's time now, isn't it? So, yeah, this year seems to have gone really, really quick. So really quick indeed. And they do say as you get older, the years get faster. And believe you me, I wish I was at least 20 or 30 years younger, because then the years might slow down a little bit. So, but no, at the moment, they're absolutely whipping by. It doesn't seem 5 minutes since it was last Christmas. So, yeah. Christmas 2022/2023. Yeah, it's soon come along, hasn't it? And yeah, today in England we've had no snow or anything. We've had a little bit of frost, but we've had no snow, thank goodness. Going by this date, well, as this date as yesterday, last year, me and Christine was actually out at our son's birthday party, and coming home, we was very lucky to get home. It actually started snowing, and we had 50 miles to drive, and I know that doesn't sound a lot, but yeah, goodness me, it did actually snow quite an awful lot that night. So it did take us by surprise, but yeah, we managed. So, and as you know, we live out in the sticks. It's not that easy getting away with going out in a car, like, you know, without running the risk of being in anybody's way, you know. So because obviously we live out in the sticks. So right, let's just have a look at that, and let's hope that pops down in that groove a little bit later. In fact, I'll just loosen these off just a little bit, just to see if I can get it to pop in that groove just a little bit better than it is. So you can probably tell that I'm supporting the screwdriver a bit, and that's because my coordination is a bit off tonight. So yeah, I'm hoping that'll pop down in the groove there. So yes, it will. Okay, superb. Yeah, it will. You maybe heard it pop into the groove. Jolly good. Right. Okay, let's have a look at the strips then. We've got to put in. We've got to put in one of them, and let's get the proper number for it. So it's what I'm looking at. 116E, and 116E is it's an A188. So A188 strip. So go back to my strips, which are all here, and find the A188. And you have to turn them over because they're all stamped on the other side. So that's sometimes easier said than done. A184, A184. But it's the last one I come across. So there's no quick fix on this. So yeah, you'll have to be patient. So A188, I do believe. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have that one on then. So A188. Yeah, a bit difficult to get out the packaging when you've got hands and things that don't work properly, but yeah, we'll have a go. Okay, so where does 188 go then? It goes along the top here. Okay, and you'll have to see which way it goes in. And I think, has it got a beveled end on it? Yes, it has. It has got a beveled end on it. So obviously that goes that way. So yeah, look for the cut end, and it'll match up with the cut end on this end of the bus. Okay, let's see if we can pop that in place. Okay, somewhere there. Let's see if we can get a couple of screws in to hold it in place. Goodness me, that's my belly grumbling. I must be waiting for my supper, I think. So nice and gently. There's no real rush in this, guys. You have to take your time because obviously you don't want to scratch your paint or anything if you can help. Don't worry about my fingerprints, my finger marks on the panels. They'll obviously come off after when I do polish them off, and I will polish them off, I promise that. I actually have some special model polish that I use, and that's a trade secret as well. So right. Okay, so we're popping these in. Hoping this is recording all right, because I'm a little bit away from the computer. Oops. Shaking already. Shaking all over. Come on. So as I get close to that hole, there we are. It's going in, it's popping in place. Come on. Yeah. Okay, another one. So I'm not going to put all these strips in, or all the screws. Just going to get quite a few of them in, and then just to give you the idea, and then what I'll do is I'll finish it off after the stream, after the recording, and I'll get them all in, all the screws in place. That one's going to be problematic, is that one? It doesn't want to line up properly. Let's have another go. Better if I wasn't shaking. It's not live, so come on. There we are. It's going in now. Okay, there we are. And I'll get one at the front there, just to make sure that it goes in the proper place. So I think I'll have to dig out my magnetic thing to get my screwdrivers remagnetized again. So I think they're becoming a bit unmagnetized. which is okay. I'm not bothered. It's a little job that I like to do before I go streaming sometimes. Come on, get down there. Okay, and I'll just pop one in the front there, and then I'll pop some more strips on somewhere. Okay, just to hold it. Come on, get in there. You might not be able to see that one. I've just noticed I'm just off camera there, just a little bit. Okay, don't worry. It'll go. It will when it lands itself up. Huh, got an awkward one. Okay, not to worry. I'm sure we'll get it in. No, you don't want to go in that corner. Okay, so now that I've got that to sort out as well. So if you do get a little bleb in the strip, just loosen one off, tighten the other one up, and move the strip along with your finger, and hopefully you'll get it so that it does even itself out a little bit, like that. Okay, right, let's have a look at the destructions again then, shall we? So now we're going down here. Done that one. So, and yeah, we've done that one. So, and I think we're going down here now. So we want the 160. So what number strip is that? Is that the A163A? It could well be the A163A. Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look. Come on, stand up. A163A. I bet that's that one. So A163A, yeah. A163. Just check on the other ones. A184, A185, yeah. Okay. Having to be so gentle on things I'm doing. So again, find out which is the best way that it goes. And this one's going to go down here. Okay, and we're going to hold this panel in down here. So I do believe that goes like that. Yes, it does look as though it lands up well like that. So we'll put some screws in there. Okay, so I was planning on getting about an hour's recording done, and I've been on chat with my friends and everything, which is really good, and caught up with everything they're catching up with this week. And yeah, there's obviously lots going off at the minute because there's people trying to catch up with their builds and trying to get sorted before sort of Christmas, if you know what I mean. So, and you know, we, as goodness knows what we're going to do over Christmas, because we do like building, don't we, in our community. But yeah, no doubt there'll be something going off in the build community. So I can see by a couple of days of Christmas we'll have probably had enough. I want to get back building again or something. So no, we want some family time, don't we? So if we can. Right, I'll just pop another couple in this strip, and then I'll call it done then, and I'll move along a little bit more, because I think you're getting the idea of what's what now. So yeah, always cross-reference your strips with what it says in the instructions, and your instructions should obviously guide you as to what it says on the strip. So, and obviously if you've got your strip silver side up, that obviously means that you've got it the wrong way around. So I've got some more to put in there, but I will put them in there later. So what do we have to move on to now then? So we're on step 5 at the minute, and yeah, we've got to put them other 2 strips in along here. so along the cream band. So one upper and one lower on the cream band, because they come to here, them strips there. So we've got to look at our strips yet again. And by process of elimination, there's one. And when I get it out of the packaging, there's the other one. And just checking that I've got all the rest of the other strips. Yeah, I have. I don't want to obviously lose them. So these are the same number. Okay, the A184, I believe. A184. Now I don't know whether my camera will pick it up. I can't actually see very well my computer screen from here. In between my fingers there is a number on the strip, and it says A184, and this one is exactly the same. So it doesn't actually matter which way around these go. So I'm just going to move my cover up a little bit and just test as to where they will sit on the panel. And yeah, they sit there, and this one then will sit there, hopefully. And you'll see if they line up with the holes in your panel, whether you've got them right way around or not. So all being well, they'll line up with the holes. And again, the loose ends sit out this way for the next panel to come slide under them. So let's get them in place. And we only have to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in. But I think for the purpose of this, we'll put 2 or 3 in. And it'll just obviously hold these strips in place where they go. I'm not going to do them too tight in case I have to move the little panel to seat it in a little bit better. Again, just take your time and get them in a few turns. You can always go back to it a bit later on. And of course, with the bus load on its side here like this, it's not going anywhere. It's nice and stable. So you could work on it till your heart's content. You could. So, and of course, it's laid on the Partware Cut Grades build mat, the big one. And of course, that's the other side of the bus isn't going to come to any harm whatsoever, because obviously it's laid on that. And so it isn't going to get scratched or anything. And besides that, the other side hasn't got any strips on, any panels on, apart from the roof panels, of course. So yeah, because obviously this is the first side that we're putting strips on, they're putting panels on, sorry. Yeah, listen at me gassing away, getting all my words mixed up and everything. So I'm not used to talking to myself so much, even though my wife would disagree, because she says you're always talking to yourself. Well, yeah, I'm always talking to myself. So I suppose you have to be a bit like that, really. It's a bit of reassurance, I suppose. Either that or it's a sign of madness, guys. So yeah, and I can hear you all agreeing with me now. Yes, Dave, you are right, you are mad. Yeah, mad as a box of frogs. So anyway, I've got them in. I've got them in loosely, and I will take them up after the stream. So, and we've got to go for this top now, because I'm not liking the way that's going across there. And let's see if we go for the top strip now. In actual fact, we don't. We go for the downward strips, I do believe. So, and first of all, we're asked to put 2 in there. So 1 in there and 1 in there, by the looks of it. Yeah, and leaving them out separately. Okay. So, and some more NN screws out. Okay. I've got them on my bell cushion here, and I'll show you what we're going to do. So, okay, so I've got a screw lined up. And on here, we have strips that go on here, and we don't put the screws in the center there. of the panel, of the advert panel. And that's because if you was to put an advert across there, it would be all wrinkly over the screws. So over the center there, you do not put no screws in, and you only put screws in on the outside of the strip. So you're going to need the strip for coming down, and there is 2 in this packet. Oh, I'll have to take my screw off. Let's get this out. These are A197B, and come on, out you come. Come on, out you come. There we are. So, and they're A197B, yeah. So the 2 A197Bs, and they're coming down the panel. So, and they're both identical. So you would have them in that direction like that on the panel. Okay, make sure that they line up perfectly with the holes. And as I say, you only put a screw in the top and the bottom of this strip. And as I said, that's because of the adverts that's going to go on the bus. The adverts will go over the strip, but they won't go over the screws very well. So let's pop one in there. Okay. Pop one in there, just roll that strip there, and then I'll pop one in the bottom. And I'm going to show you that this hasn't got screws in the center. Goodness me, why am I shaking, guys? Shaking, boss, I'm shaking. Okay. So there's the strip in there without the screws in the center. So leave the 2 holes with no screws in them. Unless, of course, you're not going to put adverts on your bus. And if you're not going to put adverts on your bus, then I suggest you put screws in. But it's entirely up to you. So, and as I say, you have been told now about that, so you will be aware of it. So, come on, get in there. Okay, get that in nicely there. And one on that side. Come on. Already you can see that it's taken on that classic shape of a ROUTEMASTER with the paneling and everything. And boy, does it look really nice. So, and just looking around somewhere, oh, there it is. Somewhere I've got my polishing cloth. So just give it a breathe and a little rub. Just get them nasty fingerprints off. So just to show you that it's they do actually come off, them fingerprints, with a little whack. Okay, so what am I going to do now then? I'm going to put the little strips on the cream band here. So, and they're in the packet. So we've got 2 cream little strips, and we've got 2 little red strips. So let me just put them on my bill cushion. And that's the only 4 bits we have left in that packaging then. So I'm going to need some cream screws out. And I can show you how they're done. And I might have to take a photograph as well, so you might have to bear with me a minute while I get organised with this. So we've got the cream strip. Okay, maybe see it on my finger there. So I'll bring it up to the camera a little bit so that it doesn't drop off. So, and there's 1, 2 there. So don't put that one in yet until you get them. And that'll be in your next pack. So let's see if I can get this in there with just a little persuasion from the cream screw. So this is, I think to touch it up, I think you would need Humbrol. Oh goodness me, I've forgotten what it is. Humbrol 103, I think it is, which is it's a matte colour, but I think that matches up very, very closely to this. And yeah, for clarification on that though, go to the ROUTEMASTER Facebook group, and and pop in cream strip colour in the search bar, and hopefully you'll find that. So let's put this other cream strip on. So I can't be savvy enough to tell you about the Facebook group, really, because it does help you enormously. I know these videos do, but the Facebook group, yeah, that'll be there as well for if you need any help with anything and you don't want to make it public or anything like that. So you can ask away. Go to the admins and ask one of the admins, perhaps, or certainly private message me or anybody on the admin side if you want to do it off, if you don't want to do it publicly. But the ROUTEMASTER Facebook group is a private group anyway, so there's only members that have joined that. Okay, so let's carry on then with the little strips. And we have 2 more little strips here, and each one of these are A167C. These are red strips, the little tiny red strips. So, and I think you've guessed by now where they're going. And I'll load my screwdriver up. Okay, and they're going down here. So there and there, which I think you can see on the camera. So let's put that one in place first. And this identically mirrors the real bus, by the way, because it does have panel trim strips on. So, and they will all be aluminium panels and aluminium strips. And the aluminium strips and panels are generally riveted onto the bus. And but each bodybuilder made a bus differently. So this is Park Royal, obviously, with it being an AC ROUTEMASTER. So I'm not screwed up, won't go in there. It wants to complain, but it's going in, I think. So yeah. So this is an AC ROUTEMASTER. So you're talking a Park Royal body. Park Royals, yeah, they were good at pop riveting panels on and screwing them on in the early days. So yeah, nice, good, strong body was a Park Royal body for the AC ROUTEMASTER. Of course, it was all integral because it didn't theoretically have a chassis. They just had an integral chassis. So, and yeah, there was built with a monocoque bodywork, pretty much the same as what a Morris Minor was, or a Mini. They had subframes, and that was built with like subframes. So, and you'd think there would be not last very long with just subframes, but goodness me, even to this day, there is actually now 2 or 3 ROUTEMASTERs still running around London, even after a lifetime of service, 60 years of service, and there's still a couple of them running around London now in special services. So admittedly, yeah, they've been done up in the past and what have you, but yeah, they are still running around London. So yeah, visit the Londoner buses on the internet, the Londoner, and you'll find that there is a couple actually running around London on a service. And one of them buses is WLT871. And if you've been watching the channel and everything and on the Facebook group, you'll notice that WLT871 is actually the one that I painted into the East Yorkshire colours. And that's simply because it actually used to belong to East Yorkshire when it finished in service in London. So, ironically, it's actually now gone back to London, and it's on a sightseeing service around London. And so, yeah, after all these years. So, and I can tell you that in 1988, me and my dad, we actually rode on WLT 871, so that's RM 871, all day long in the town of Hull. because Hull had 19 ROUTEMASTERs at one time. And the bosses at East Yorkshire, they, in their wisdom, they wanted 19 ROUTEMASTERs, and they wanted to bring back proper service, which is obviously, conductor service and proper service to the streets of Hull for a while. So they purchased 19 of them, and WLT 871 was one of them. And it had quite a few good years service with them, and then it went to Reading, and then it went back to London, and it ran around London for a long time, and it was revamped into what they call a Dark Master. So it had a new engine, and the body was looked after and everything. So, and a few bits and pieces were changed. So, but now in 2022, going into 2023. It's actually back in London, running a heritage route, so which is absolutely amazing. I can't think that in today's vehicles you'll get something that's 60 years old or more going back into service at all. I think the chances of that is very, very slim. Right, so and it didn't take a photograph today, so I'm just going to move these little bits out of the way. I digress, I'm sorry about that, but obviously I'm on my own, guys, tonight, so I'm obviously trying to do lots of things and trying to do things in order, which sometimes doesn't work out how you would want it to be, but having said that, we're trying, aren't we? So we are getting there, I suppose. So yeah, I've taken a couple of photographs. I'll just get a couple more when my camera works. So come on, camera. There we are. Come on. Okay, there we are. Right. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So right, let's have a look at the next issue then. So this is 110, and yeah, this is a pretty much the same panel, really, and pretty much the same carry-on as we've just done. So, and again, we've got two trim strips here, there, and we slot this underneath. So very carefully lift your strips and make sure that the panel slides underneath them. So we've got one, there we are, it's gone underneath it now. So, and then slide it gently into place. And hopefully it'll line up with the next one. It'll line up with all your holes and everything, and hopefully we can get the trim strips in to hold it in nicely in place. I think again we go back to the 4 or 5 screws that are in the center. I haven't actually looked at the instructions, but I'm guessing, but I'm pretty sure that we do go to the back to the trim strips in the center here, get a couple in and get it lined up, and then don't tighten them, and then you can move the panel around a little if it's a little bit out of sync with the rest of the holes. Just get it in a couple of screws and get a couple of screws holding that in place, or nearly in place, so you can move it around just a little tiny bit. Okay, so let's see how far that is out now. Okay, that's all right. Let's hope that that top one pops in and in there, and I think that's going to line up. Okay, right, so let me go to the instructions and see which strip I want first, and again we'll move along the bus a little bit, and we'll get this in just a little bit more. Goodness me, I'm getting warm now. I think it's you guys that's making me warm. Right, yeah, it says on this one that we have to put the little yellow strips in first. So yeah, follow the instructions if you can, and pop the little yellow strips in. So we're going one there and one here. I'll try and get them out of the plastic tray without dropping them inside the bus somewhere. So there's one. Let me pop it on the on the strip itself. Yeah, and then there's the other one. Let's see if I can grip it and pop it on the strip itself. Yeah. Okay, and then put that down. And then get some more cream screws. What's up, Will? There's nothing there. It's not there. Yeah, I'm just talking to my guard dog here. So he's doing his job because he's heard something, which is good. So, right. So I'm going to put these in where they're supposed to go. Okay, so the cream screws go on the cream strips. Pop them in nicely. And so we've got, given that these are NM screws, just the same as the other screws, apart from the cream coloured, for the cream strip, of course. Okay. And I've got the other two. So you can't be in a rush for this job at all, because you really have to just take things nice and steady. And to be honest, when you're doing it nice and steady, it's such a pleasant job as well. Popping it together, it really is a pleasant job. And as I say, go back over it once you've got them in place to make sure that they're all nice and tight, etc., which you can do later on in the build. So what do we have to put on then? Let's get some strips on, shall we? And see if we can get one lined up. So looking at the first strip then, and it looks like we're having to do, oh goodness me, I'm looking at the wrong instructions. So yeah, I'm infallible, I am actually. So yeah, we're going across the top. It's 117A, and that is A189. A189. So I'm looking for A189. Will it be that one? That's A186. Turn that one over. That's that one. Just A186. That's an A186 again. So will it be that one? Let's go for that one. See if it's the first one. 175. No, it's not that one either. So it's the last one. Come on. Come on. Is that it? Is that the A189? Yes, it is the A189. Yeah, that's the strip one. So I'm going to put them down there for a second. You do need plenty of space when you're working on this as well. Don't shrimp on space if you can help, because you obviously need to spread a few things out and about. So that's where that goes. Okay, so back to the NM screws, and we'll get some NM screws in there and get that in. I've just had a notification from a friend's stream coming up shortly, so I won't be too long in doing this, but you could be watching this video during the night, during the day, or any other time, because obviously this is recorded. So and I'm not sure whether I can actually comment on this as well. So if you're watching and I don't comment, please excuse me, because I'm not sure whether I can actually comment on this one. If it premieres, which sometimes it does, then you can actually comment on it when it goes live. But it'll be going live directly after I've recorded it. I will not be editing it, as I do not have the editing studio or anything like that. So it's just going out purely live as I made it, which is like, that's the way I like it. So you can see all the foibles, if there is any at all. You know, if there's anything that I've got wrong, then I would have to put it back at a later date. But I like going, I like just doing it live off the cuff, you know, and if it works, it works. And yeah, it's something that I've tried to do for what seemingly like ever now. You know, I don't like editing if I can help. besides that, I haven't got the editing suite anyway, so, and yeah, I haven't got the know-how to do that neither, so I'm just a simple guy at the end of the day. So all you guys that do editing, you do a marvelous job, because I couldn't do that. So right, so for now I've got the top strip in, and you can see where I've got to. I've got to there, and hopefully, yes, it's all going to line up, and that's all lined up as well. So what do we have to go for now then? Probably these two strips down here. Let's have a look, shall we? So we need the strips back up there, and then we need the instructions, and I'll put a couple more strips in if I can. So yeah, we've done the top one. Okay, and it's saying to put the red ones in now, and then the red bottom one. Okay, so where is the red bottom one? The red bottom one's down there. Okay, and then the two red strips are there and there. So let's get these two little red strips in first. So, okay, so again, I'll pop that very close to where it needs to go, and that one. Okay, and that one needs to go there. Okay, and then I'll move that out of the way again. So, but you get the idea. It's just following the instructions now, which should be fairly straightforward to the end of the build. And yeah, just take your time, and that's because when you're doing this, you're actually working on the outside of the bus now that everybody's going to see. So try not to make any mistakes, but don't worry too much about the screw heads. Few people worry about the screw heads, that they've made a mark on the end of the screw heads, and there is a solution to that, and that solution I use is the Tamiya X7 paint red. And I think I've got one here, Tamiya X7, so red, Tamiya X7 red, not the XF, it's the X7, which means it's the gloss. The only thing with these paints is that you need to give them a really good stare right from the bottom, because they do get clagged up at the bottom. Give it a really good stare, you know, even if you're doing that staring for a couple of minutes or more. Get right down to the bottom of the glass there, and all I do is just get a small, very small brush, and just dip it in the paint, take the excess off, and then just dab it literally on the end of the screw. And then what that does then is just colors just the end of the screw where you've actually taken the paint off with a screwdriver. So a few people have said to me that doesn't work on scratches. Now, I know it doesn't work on scratches, and that's because this paint here has been sprayed, and your bus has been sprayed professionally, probably in a machine or something. So to repaint the panel, of course, you would need to replicate that with a professional spray outfit. So, and yeah, I've done that a couple of times. With the other buses that we've done, I've actually painted a few bits and bobs on the buses, and we've actually repainted whole buses as well. So we've done that. So I'm going to go for these panel strips up here, guys. These ones up here. Pop that one on there. And I think these are identical all the way around as well. So I'm just going to try and move that into position. Come on, don't want to go in that position. There we are. Oops. It's me. It's my fingers. Come on. Let the fingers do the walking. Yeah. Come on. Get in there. Right. Okay, let's put them in position. So, and again, just one on the top and one on the bottom. And then you won't ruin your advert when your advert goes on. So one in the top. Okay, and then one in the bottom. Come on, get lined up. just a little bit over there. There we are. So, and then what you've got from there, guys, is you've actually got a strip that goes right the way across there as well, and that's the advert line that'll be going across there, and you'll get that one of the last issues actually, so later on in the build. Okay, so what do we have to go for now then? Let's have a quick look, and I think we'll have to go for that bottom one along here somewhere. Have we got that one? No, we haven't got that one in yet. Excuse me, and that's 117E. So what's that then? That is, let's have a look. 117E is A175. So we want an A175. Okay, there's the A175, that strip there. And as I said, they're all stamped, so you can tell which goes where. So the A175 goes along the bottom here. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. Yeah, I think you can. See that it will line up to all the holes. So we know it's the right one and the right way up. And we'll get a screw in it somewhere. In there somewhere, I think. So get a screw started in there. Okay. And then get a couple more in. And then we'll move along a little bit if we can. So, and as I say, after the stream I will be going along and I will be retightening all these screws to make sure that they're all down properly and all the strips are all down properly. So a little tip was to press the strip down before you come to the screw hole, so similar to that idea, and hopefully it'll stick in there. Yeah, okay, I've got 20 minutes. Okay, so hopefully it's still recording. So, and yeah, hopefully the strip will go nice and flat when you get the screw in all the way as well. So if not, as I say, loosen the screw off or a couple of screws off and then slide your finger along to press it in. And then at the end of the day, you can just go along with the nice cloth from the opticians. Well, that's what I use. And then you can obviously polish out your finger marks. So, okay, that one in there for now. Right, let's see what else we need to do then. So you've got the idea of that one going in, and I think, goodness me, yeah, we've got that one there. So we're on stage 8 or 9, something like that. And yeah, 8 or 9 is the 2 strips on the cream band again. So it's exactly the same as we did before, guys. There's only 3 strips left in here now. So we've got 1 strip to go down the panel work there, okay, which is the same as that one. And then we've got 2 strips which go over this cream band, one at the bottom of the cream band, one at the top of the cream band, like we did before. And that would be the whole lot then done. So, and I don't need to do all that really, guys, do I? Because obviously you've got the idea now of how we get these strips and panels on all together. And as I say, after you've done it, I use these cloths from the opticians, and what you get with your glasses, your spectacles. Give it a good breathing, or a very, very light polishing, and hopefully you can get the finger marks off just like that. Hopefully they come up nicely. So, and if you've got all the screws in, your cloth will just ride over it as well, being that sort of a cloth that you get for your cleaning your spectacles. Okay, so hopefully that's been of use to you. We've got 109 and 110 done now. So I will finish this off after I finish recording, and I will put it all back together, and then I'll photograph it for the website. So if you want one of these, pop along to agoramodels.com and have a look at their website. In fact, I'll try and put that up on the screen if I can. So somewhere I've got some banners. There we go. So I can put that up on the screen now. So pop along to agoramodels.com and you'll find one of these, and you'll find lots and lots and lots of other models as well. which are all absolutely superb. So this is how I do my model, but if you want to do yours completely different, it's entirely up to you. I'm just giving you a suggestion on how I build it, and to make it nice and easy. Yes, it's got some finger marks on it, but as I said, they will polish out. And I do have some special polish actually for models. So, and I will go back over my work once I've finished recording. I will retighten all the screws and put in the screws that I've missed as well, apart from these two that is in the centers of these strips. So if you remember that, that's an important part, is that miss them two screws out in the center of these strips that come down, because that's the advertising panel where your advert will go across. So once you get to the back destination, you will start putting in the 4 screws in the whole strip further along. So, and I think that's all I can help you with for the minute. So with that, I am going to sign out. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. And as I say, if you are commenting and I'm not responding, it means that this video is not up for responding. So anyway, I don't know too much about that at the minute. So let's go back on to here, and I'll change my camera, and I'll say goodbye to you all. So come on, I know you don't want to see my face, you want to see that beautiful bust, don't you? So there we are. So okay, so I'm going to sign off now, and I'm going to say thank you ever so much for watching, and yeah, catch the next one, because the next one will be start of pack 12, and we've got 12 packs in the whole bus, so you can guarantee that within the next month this bus will be finished. Yeah, the red ROUTEMASTER bus will be absolutely and utterly finished in the next month, and hopefully you'll see the finished result as well. So, and I'll try and take a few outside photographs and try and have it on my electric laser Susan and things like that as well, to make it special for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to go now. I'm going to wish you all a good night, and or a good day, or a good morning, or whatever time of day it is. So take care of yourselves now, and we'll see you all soon. Okay, and don't get up to anything that I don't get up to. Okay, which doesn't leave a lot to be desired. So goodbye from me. Take care now. See you on the next one.